a fucking Pendile witch. You look at the fucking trials there. I can't even... It was quite a number of years ago that I really looked into it. I can't even afford my ancestry fucking fees, so like I got... You know, I've traced our genetics right back to Lancashire, so we were in the area around about the time, so family legends, possible truth. But basically, from memory, it was basically like... I had a little look last night, and like a 12-year-old was the main accuser, but I'm pretty sure they said something about a boat fucking sank fucking like hundreds of miles away, and they fucking got accused of being witches, and they fucking hung like 7 fucking women. Absolutely insane. Anyway, like a lot of the shit that I've had to survive has been, it's the war on drugs, you know, which under our current political systems are ignoring science. It does not fucking work on so many levels. You know, we do need to look at automating these fucking systems. You know, if we do truly wish to create a fucking ethical society, if we wish to survive as a species and not destroy what's left of the fucking dying planet, you know, this is a fucking emergency. This isn't something which we need to fucking send to Congress and fucking we'll have another vote in another 6 months and fucking, you know, all pretend they're trying to fucking do something. You know, what are you fucking politicians doing about the old cunts? Huh? What the fuck? How come we never hear, like, the universities, fucking, when I started my university degree, they were shitting themselves. They're going, we're going to have, our system is going to collapse. We are, you know, we in 20 or 30 years, depending probably on geographics and a few other, you know, complex factors, everyone is either going to be the elderly or employed looking after the elderly. That's physically fucking impossible. I mean, there's a lot of, and I know I wasn't the only one in that room. There's a lot of people in that room who shouldn't have been there. A lot of people, middle class, you know, predominantly females, who saw the word social in a fucking degree and went, oh, I'm going to do that. You know, fucking, our lecturers were very careful not to fucking use the G word, genocide. They fucking showed us what the problem was. They fucking talked about the Holocaust and government's fucking histories and not trusting them. They were very careful not to say it directly. But that's what we're heading towards. You know, we are going to have similar... It's difficult. Like, I've experienced already my father being dumped in my care, disability support pensioner, working my guts out to get a fucking degree to help, you know, to support my children and make the world a better place for my fucking children. Have my father dumped in my care, while, you know, then get tormented and abused by some fucking mental case fucking religious cunt. What? Because I rejected her. I didn't want to be with her. I'm quite feminist, don't really know where I stand with monogamy. I think I might have been in love with fucking, you know, one girl once, you know, but I lost her and then fucking, you know, like reunited with her and fucking, I don't know, she's turned out to be a fucking, I don't know, fucked if I know, you know, like I didn't expect her to love me, but I thought she was kinder and crueler, and I didn't think she was cruel. I thought she was fucking stronger, whatever, who gives a fuck. Like, you know, I don't know where I stand with love, you know, I did think it was how you treat everyone and shit, you know. You know, but I also, you know, I do believe we need to allow people to fucking be more free and more fluent in their sexualities and shit like that. And basically, ultimately, I had my life destroyed by a few fucking mental case religious cunts who are quite narcissistic, controlling, you know. I'm not only, yes, I am advocating for regulation of the fucking dance industry, straight out. The most immoral people that I have ever fucking met are within the, I've met on the dance industry. I've also, you know, that's, I guess what's been a real hard thing is that was one of the most beautiful cultural influences of my life, you know, like if you take away the leadership and some of that toxicity that I did my best to stay away from, you know, for many years quite successfully. You know, I met many amazing, you know, free-spirited individuals of all cultural backgrounds, all ages, ethnicities, fucking backgrounds in general, you know, like, very incredible fucking people, beautiful, you know, that art form has the potential to be so fucking healthy, yet it's all dominated by capitalism and so many, like, I studied dance 2 years fucking full time. I started a degree in contemporary dance at the Adelaide Centre of the Arts, fucking trained my guts out, was a bit older than everyone else, ended up dropping out, this was before my social work, fucking dropped out because I tore a fucking ligament in my toe. I fucking did a back injury halfway between, like before I went to dance school. I had to fucking bullshit my physio report to get into dance school, basically studying full time for this other thing. I did a musical theatre performance for like charity for the MS Society, and I fucking did a lift and I busted like Bluetooth discs in my back and shit. Thought I was going to be a fucking cripple. That was just after, like, not long after I like fucking lost the love of my life, which led me to do my AA fourth step and, you know, learn a lot about myself and become a better person and shit. You know, blew these discs, fucking thought I was going to be a cripple, ended up Pilates, ended up, you know, the physios couldn't help me. Pilates ended up building me enough strength, and I took some anti-inflammatories and shit, did the audition the second time for the Adelaide Centre of the Arts and got in to do my degree in contemporary dance. Then by using the dance training, I was able to physically I was in so much fucking pain, right? When I blew those discs, I was laying on the floor for fucking nearly 3 months. The only way I could get out of pain was to have a fucking wank, and then like as soon as I fucking blow, I'd be in fucking pain again. But at least while I was, you know, having a pain, it's sort of, our bodies are funny like that. It's designed like if you're the last man and woman in fucking Earth and you're dying, you can get that last fucking load out just to keep our species going, you know, like, I don't know, that's my theory on the subject. Maybe I'm just a bit of a fucking whore, but, yeah, I get sick of this all hypersexual, fuck off. When I'm healthy, I've got a massive libido. You know, if you look at like our culture, religion, all that sort of shit, like it's all about repressing people sexually, turning them, giving them these value systems where they think they own another human being. You know, I mean, what most people call love, I don't see as particularly loving at all. You know, but you know, it was all about sexual repression. You know, and that's all filtered into our fucking, you know, like shit, even. Psychiatric shit. You know, that fucking cunt Kellogg. It's only not long more than 100 years ago, that cunt was burning fucking women's clitorises off for having the mental health condition known as promiscuity. This is how fucked up our fucking species is. Like, let's burn a fucking woman's clit off with acid because she likes to fucking have a fuck or masturbates. You know, these were young fucking women, or what, their parents, because what, or whatever. This is fucking awful. Like, you know, but we notice it in the zoos. You created a nice environment. Like in the zoos, what drug did they give the fucking like animals to solve their chemical imbalance? They didn't give them a drug. They didn't have a chemical imbalance. What they did was they made their environments hospitable. They, instead of putting them in a boring fucking enclosure, they made it a little bit more fun. And you know what happened? The animals got less depressed and they started fucking rooting again. And they become able to fucking breed some of them and shit like that. You know? Our species is backwards. You know, I am trying to create a fucking system that sets the slaves free. That is fairer and more just for fucking everyone. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what universal asylum is all about. You know? It's about using our resources, the resources that we fucking have, to the advantage of the many rather than the few, which then serves the fucking few as well. Because what people don't realise is when this all fucking collapses, everyone's fucked. Fucking everything else. You know? Like, these fucking fuckwits, what, torment and abuse me. These cunts fucking who run these fucking dance schools torments and abuses me till everyone's fucking dead. What she do? Made me promise not to hook up with anyone on the dance scene. I've been with many women on the dance scene up until then, fucking over the years. Had beautiful connections and realised, oh fuck, we're not right for each other. And I found by being honest and treating people with respect, like 99% of the time people do the same. And you know, just because you're not suited for like the traditional fucking happily ever after fairy tale, like, doesn't mean that a connection's not beautiful, and doesn't mean recently I've bumped into like a whole heap of women like that I've slept with over the past, and like over the past really decade or so. You're like fucking well over half a dozen that I see regularly and stuff like that, you know, like, and you know, we shared our beautiful connections, and you know, well, that was what it was, you know. We don't have to fucking hate each other. We weren't, you know, whatever. So I treated people fucking with love and respect, whether we were right for more or not. I don't know where I stand on monogamy, like I fucking said. I'm not suited for most people. But I can probably look after about fucking, when I'm fucking running right, I'm probably outroot fucking, like, I can probably provide a fucking enough sex for either one fucking really awesome fucking woman, or fucking probably 6 fucking normal ones. It would be wrong for me to expect more from a woman than she's capable of offering. But really, is it any righter for me to expect fucking less? What if I meet like a really horny fucking woman who likes fucking double penetration? Who the fuck am I to deny her of, like, I don't have 2 cocks. Fuck. But point is, I treated everyone within that community fucking with love and respect, and then a couple of mental case fucking religious cunts who didn't approve of the fact that I'm not even sure that I believe in fucking monogamy, and see it as a patriarchal, unnatural, socially constructed fucking institution designed to support labour-based societies. They didn't approve of that. So what, they tormented and abused me. What, she makes me promise not to hook up with anyone on the dance scene, then turns around, dumps me for a dance partner, runs back and goes, "Ooh, you've got a really huge cock, starts playing games and fucking gaslighting the fuck out of me, by making me beg for my belongings back, running back, telling me she loves me, all that shit, just confusing the absolute fuck out of me. What I didn't realise, that whilst I'm desperately trying to fucking save my father's life, she just basically, sucked the cock of a guy with a fucking huge nose, and then another ugly cunt got them to fucking basically taunt me, gaslight the fuck out of me. Every time I questioned any of it, it was all turned back on me, and I was under so much fucking stress. I've actually might release the full detailed story of those 6 months at some point, but I did when I was trying to put that together in detail when I was standing up to these dance community, dance so-called leaders. But yeah, basically they grouped up their whole, she was a year behind in the social work degrees, fucking also a dancer, and they tried to run me off the dance scene, destroy my fucking thing. But I found out she was running around telling everyone, "He's obsessed with me." Oh yeah? Is that how it works, you little fucking slag? You make a guy, confuse him by... See, I had no idea. She's a proper psychopath. What was more then makes me send my dad back and he fucking dies, then screams in my face that your dad dying's the best thing that ever happened to me. So what's more psychopath? Grabbing a man by the fucking collar and screaming in his face that his father's fucking death is the best thing that ever happened to him. Is that more psychopathic than running around with a straight face to other people and telling them that, "Oh, he's obsessed with me"? What's more, like, that is fucking sick. That woman belongs in fucking jail. There's not much, it's small fry in the end of things. The dance scene does need regulation. When I look at then I stand up to that level of fucking abuse, and that was after the death of my best mate. She was went to his wedding, and my other ex-girlfriend committed suicide. Actually, I've got artwork in Dubai, that I drew a picture of her, and that's in Dubai somewhere. But 3 deaths in 3 months, have some fucking bitch screaming in my face that my dad dying's the best thing that ever, played the fucking full victim. Then when I stand up to this dance school, they turn around. His response was to lie, to put out a post on Facebook to his 17,000 followers, claiming that I'm crazy, that I became obsessed with her, and then blocks me from fucking responding. I got to respond twice, tags me in it, then blocks when I respond. I think I got 2 comments responding, just challenging the blatant fucking lies, blocks me from responding. He is a narcissist. You look at his page, it's all, I'm the best. He's a piece of shit who is a known bully, who has bullied everyone out of fucking anyone who's, mainly bullies women, but he's bullied anyone who's made reservations for a certain hotel into cancelling their reservations over the last decade or so. He is a piece of shit. But yeah, lies to 17,000. Now that is narcissistic. It's a great example of triangulation on a fucking mass scale. to divert people back to him. So a lot of people, I don't need a social work degree to know that most people would have committed suicide over this, or acted violently. Now, fucking, if I'm what he says I am, now I am. Fucking at 22, I'd spent half my life a drug addict. I had a fucking 2-inch scar from fucking banging up fucking drugs. Spent years as a recovering fucking alcoholic and recovering drug addict, working with other fucking, like, if I'm what he says he is, how come I haven't walked into his fucking dance studio with a fucking handgun and pointed it in his face and pulled the fucking trigger? You want to know how much a handgun costs? I've never. Now look, I've grown up in farms. I don't believe guns kill people. I believe people kill people. If I look at, our whole system, it's sort of, I guess as we come out of the jungle, our development over the last 10,000 years, if you look at the arms race shifts, it went from symmetric to asymmetric, that's a big whole complex story over fucking 10,000 years. But anyway, the point is, I've never held an illegal firearm. I've got experience with registered firearms, whatever. However, I have been a fucking drug addict. Last time that I was offered a fucking illegal firearm, it was $200 fucking dollars here in Australia. $200. It would have costed $200 per bullet to fill it up. He apparently, in his post, he claimed that he'd went to the police. Now, they know that he's full of shit. The police fucking, when they pulled the dope out of my house fucking 20 years ago, they've got fucking video footage of fucking... They know I'm not a fucking dog. I'm not fucking making this shit up. The behaviour of some of the people who run these dance schools is more... it's more immoral than I've fucking... Look, I've had people try to kill me. I have survived your shitty fucking war on drugs, which all started fucking, with religion and the forbidden fucking fruit. The reason that these particular substances haven't been studied by science is largely to do with the Nixon government and their racist policies that were aimed at the fucking, I guess, your Hispanic and fucking Negro fucking populations, as well as in putting a lid on the hippie fucking movements. In Australia, our fucking drug policy was also founded upon racism against the fucking, mainly our Indigenous Australians and fucking Chinese. It's all fucking based on racism. However, it's been illegal for science to study these fucking substances for over 50 years. It is... another interesting fun fact. Bill W., the founder of AA, so I don't even know what my fucking culture is. I was rejected by mine, blah, blah, blah. Bill W. Actually noted the therapeutic value of psychedelics in the form of, I think, LSD, as well as he had a spiritual experience on Belladonna in psychiatric facility, I think I don't know whether that was in Akron or it was around about the time of Jung and all of those people, but he did, and it was actually to the extent he had such profound that it was originally going to be a part of the AA program. However, due to I guess political movements and stuff like that, it wasn't. AA and the 12-step fellowship, and the fact that 12-step fellowships are leaderless has also been a major influence upon the development of my culture, even though I'm still questioning what is my culture, because there's a lot of stuff there I don't necessarily agree with too. I totally agree with Terence McKenna's culture is not your friend. However, that is more in respect to traditional cultures, particularly dominant cultures. And I believe we all need to be critical of our own culture in developing a culture that is more... I guess, friendly towards us all. I totally also love his stance on trusting plants and not gurus. And I've followed that, and I guess would probably encourage the same. So I'm not only after, yes, I'm after the regulation of the dance industry, definitely. And since then, I've been banned from 3 dance schools in Adelaide. Another one very similar. What? Because I stood up to fucking bullying, particularly against women. It's all over his fucking website. Then there's another one he's followed suit because, like, they call it politics. What it really is, it's just sucking cocks. It's like they all suck each other's fucking cocks, right? And if you speak up against them, they exclude you. Now, this type of behaviour we've already had. There was someone who I know wasn't treated well. Someone with doesn't matter. Who was believed to have committed suicide, and the way that he was treated was fucking covered up. And I have spoken up against that. And it's absolute bullshit. No one in these communities can speak up, otherwise what? It's acceptable for them to just, like, these are leaders of a fucking business. If you're a leader of a fucking business, you should take fucking some level of scrutiny. The fact, and if they want to fucking slander me, fair enough. However, I find it really fucking interesting how they are also fucking, when I confront them publicly, they respond by slandering me publicly and then blocking me from responding. Fucking cowards. Fucking toxic. No fucking integrity at all. Absolutely none. Like, that regulation does need, industry does need fucking regulation in the interests of public safety. The reality is anyone, doesn't matter whether you're a person who doesn't believe in dance, if you've got children, they might take an interest in dance, and if they walk into this fucking thing, these communities, as things stand, there's nothing stopping them from experiencing bullying, committing suicide, and then it all being covered up. We've got to pretend it's all wonderful. The type of shit, the reason why I fucking trained 2 years to be a professional dancer, I've never taught for any fucking school. I did some training to teach for a fucking ballroom school. You know why I didn't? I did a performance for them that was paid. I was fucking told that I wasn't, like, you weren't allowed to sleep with the students, but I wasn't allowed to admit to having a fucking girlfriend. Now, I didn't have a girlfriend at the time, but I needed to appear single at all times. They made women take their fucking wedding rings off to work, not so they didn't catch their fucking hair, they had to pretend. It was like trying to create that, take advantage of vulnerable people, and that whole Dirty Dancing type fucking scenario. Wanted everyone to fall in love with the dance fucking teacher. Not allowed to sleep with them, but you got to appear to be available. And then it was all about slowing down learning, all that shit, which has fucking really reduced the overall standard of dance and enjoyability of the dance community. It's and a lot of that is about protecting their position of power. They don't want people to be as good as them. If everyone gets as good as them, they might get better than them, and then people might go there and they'll lose their business. Absolute fucking toxic. Fucking toxic as fuck. Immoral as fuck. And like the level of fucking, and then the ego. Like I say, dance can be so fucking healthy. Like, I've recovered so much fucking physically, as far as, and spiritually as well. But then also there's the sense of, it, as a recovering alcoholic, was like a recreational art form, social, in a social context that was low, quite healthy in the sense of no drinking and all of that type of shit. Which for me as a recovering alcoholic was great. It gave me somewhere where I could go out and mix with people. I think it can also be very good in, teaching people to respect one another, partner dancing and stuff like that. However, the problem is the capitalism, which ends up with, all this toxic behaviour. There's no fucking money in filling a venue full of people who don't drink. Absolutely no fucking money in that at all. But then it becomes like even tonight, once upon a time you could dance a lot more for free. It was like companies made money out of teaching people to dance, and then there was a lot of like free events where now it's becoming like you got to pay for everything. So like, to me it should be fucking free for all. Dance should be available. Unfortunately there's not much fucking money in it. you know, there's more money in like creating a venue full of people who are going to fucking drink heaps and fucking take drugs and, you know, all that sort of unhealthy shit. But that's capitalism for you. You know, supply and demand. I don't know whether there's much fucking demand for a, you know, a leaderless system of governance that, you know, helps basically regulate the governments that are in place and encourages them to slowly put their guns down, to slowly start working together. Like I said, our political system doesn't work. You know, it's a lying competition that, you know, it results in people without very much courage and often not a lot of brains and integrity, you know, ignoring, you know, the science that would help, science and recommendation of professional fields to the detriment of all. You know, and the only way out of that is, you know, by working towards an automated system that, I guess, removes that human error, you know, which are big, incredibly complex things to, you know, many complex challenges to overcome in this. Not fucking simple. Never said it was. I'm a complicated person. Like, I had two dads. One was a cop. One, like, robbed the drug squad. Like, spent years as a drug addict and stuff. Like, somehow got a fucking degree. Like, you know, heaps of people think I'm a cunt. Like, whatever, you know. I know that this is actually, you know, this is our only way out. I can't even meet the requirements of a fucking NGO at the moment because then, like, my overpriced artwork can be tax deductible or whatever, however that works. I don't even know how to pay fucking tax, which is good because, like, I haven't made any money yet, so I don't have to worry about that. Still trying to work out how to put the organisers, but I can't meet the requirements of the NGO because I need to have, like, meetings every, like, you know, whether it's triannual, like every 4 months, maybe it's 6. I don't know. I've read lots of stuff. I'm trying, like, really working, like, really hard trying to figure out how to, like, found an organisation to save the world and shit. It's like, oh, it's a fucking nightmare. And then I try to put my ideas on fucking a website, and they make the website so unusable that, like, I can't even get my work copyrighted on my website properly. It's all, like, half done and now it's saved and I can't change it, and it's like the main sort of points of it are sort of there, but, like, I'm just still, like, I'm not doing real good with capitalism. I've still got, like, my broken bone in my fucking, like, oh, fuck. You know, life is, you know, and it, absolute massive, the amount of stress. I'm so pissed off with that. My friend's fucking got a baby, right? With, it starts with an L. It's like smooth brain is like the slang term for it. It's like the wrinkles in the brain haven't developed properly, and, like their baby probably going to die under the Western medical system. You know, I've got this massive scientific research that, you know, I've healed a fucking acquired brain injury using this particular substance. I've got hardcore medical science that's peer reviewed that says this particular substance, fucking, or DMT, a Swiss Army knife a biochemical Swiss Army knife in neuroprotection and neuroregeneration. You know, this applied correctly, they might be able to save their fucking child's life. They're desperately doing everything they can to keep that baby fucking alive. And, you know, I can't even give them the science to read because I know how fucked their fucking heads already are. All I can do is fight to try and get this my research fucking legitimised so we can get it, put the card on the fucking table, and ultimately it becomes their fucking decision. I know this would help. You know, my cousin's just had his toes removed because of a doctor fuck up. I know this would help. Certainly not going to do him any harm. You know, all of the science I've provided fucking